Temu taking America by storm with millions of products for a fraction of retail prices. Experts predict 1 in 5 purchases this holiday season will be made on Chinese shopping apps like Temu. Tempted by $29 running shoes or a $14 smartwatch? My NBC News colleagues and I tried 6 different products. The total brand name retail price for all these items, more than $1,000. The price we paid for Temu versions, $180.
This is the Oura Ring, and this is the Smart Ring.
Makeup artist Madison Bermudez wakes up at 4:30 every morning, so she spent $300 on the Oura Ring to track her sleep, exercise, and health. She compared it with the $16 version from Temu, which included basic step and sleep tracking.
It is consistent with the Oura Ring data. It's not telling you as much as the Oura Ring is telling you, but it gets some of those basic numbers done.
We didn't get the same reaction from associate producer Caroline Joyce, who tried Temu's $14 smartwatch.
The product was very glitchy. There were tons of ads, and my step count was over 5,000 off.
These $29 running shoes look a lot like Saucony's $275 Endorphin Elite shoes. Correspondent Brian Chung laced up and took them for a 5K run.
And the sole is so stiff, and you really want a lot more cushion in a running shoe. If you're doing longer distances or maybe even training for a race, I would not recommend these.
I gave the Juicer a spin. At $34, it's comparable to a $60 one.
Well, that was loud.
The motor was powerful, and it delivered a delicious beet juice. No complaints for me. Next, a $29 hair tool, similar to the $570 Dyson Airwrap. We tried it out on NBC News Now anchor Savannah Sellers.
It's a lot louder. It also gets a lot hotter, too.
Hairstylist Gina DiPentima noticed while they both have similar attachments, the quality is different.
With the round brushes, they're about the same size, but the actual Dyson, the bristles are a little bit softer.
She compared them on multiple hair types. She did one side of Savannah's hair with each tool. The Temu curls didn't last as long, but Gina says for the price, it performed well.
It's been about half an hour, and my director just said one side is looking 70s and one side is looking 80s.
Finally, our biggest investment, the espresso machine at $63. Producer Chloe Leung says it took her several attempts to get the machine to work.
It's definitely a little watered down and a little bit more sour.
But she said it sputtered and became alarmingly hot.
The machine is still really hot. Coffee is everywhere.
Mark Spoonhour is the editor-in-chief of Tom's Guide. They report on durability and safety tests for electronic products.
What's your advice to people when they're buying specifically electronics on a site like Temu?
If it isn't a name brand, be wary. Shopping on Temu is a lot like a scratch-off lottery ticket. There's a lot of excitement when you first buy it. It's very cheap, and sometimes you're a winner, and sometimes you're not.
He recommends buying home decor and fashion over tech or gadgets, and he says avoid products that must stay plugged in.
You never know what could happen.
Temu told us its smartwatch step counts and sleep tracking were within the margin of error, that the espresso machine got hot because of a preheating function, and that it has suspended the running shoes from sale.
Okay, so what if you find something and any number of those things happen? Can you return? Are they good about returns?
You absolutely can, and they are. Our experts recommend keeping the barcode, at least if you're not going to keep the packaging for the items. Overall, initially, 3 out of the 6 products we tried performed as promised, but now that number's dropped to 2 to 6 because this smart ring that Madison tried, it stopped tracking her sleep 2 weeks in. So that's the thing. Sometimes these things look good and on first blush they work, but then other times they just don't. And then, for example, you buy something like these headphones, you can't really try them on, so they end up being smaller perhaps than you think, or lighter weight, the materials aren't what you expect, or they promise features that they don't always have. And so that's why you want to be careful and cautious about what you buy.
Electronics seems like not of a risk.
Right, yeah, that's what our expert Mark Spoonhour said. He recommends, look, if it's fashion, it's home decor, maybe you're buying some containers to store your shoes in, those things are fine. Something that has to stay plugged in or is electronic, relies on batteries, that's where you might want to give it a little bit of pause.
Okay. So if it seems to be too good to be true, it probably is.
And even if you can return it, who wants to take the time? It's very wasteful to get these electronic products and find out maybe they're not working as you intended. So maybe save up and buy the item that you really want because you know it's going to last. You'll have a warranty. It'll be a little easier to get it fixed. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Vicky, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.